you ever really wanted to do something really big in your life? Either you read a book or you just watched someone having a phenomenal life and you said to yourself, wow, this is exactly what I would like to have. Welcome to today's episode number 34, where we are going to uncover the last 7 years of my life, step by step, day by day, month by month, exactly what unfolded. The year was 2019. I had just finished my uh, fourth year in dentistry, and the the rule was it's very difficult to pass because all the subjects that included in the post graduation are all included in the fourth year. You have to learn, you have to finish your and dentistry, by the way, it's the only field in this world which includes a lot of these little things, like a lot of how do I even put it? Like I'm not even sure how do I even put it. It's like you have to study, you have to read the theory, you have to do your lab reports, your lab work, you have your clinical cases that you have to take, you have to give viva, you have to finish your lab work, your workbooks, your theory, practical, viva, loads and loads of things, a total of 150 plus case studies you have to submit related to all the 8 subjects that is in. And there are, I think, 2 or 3 subjects which is broken down into further 3 or 4 sub subjects, so a total of, I think, 14 to 15 different subjects that we have to study, all in the span of a year. Now, once you finish that, you feel like you're literally the king of the world. But by that time I had already realized that it's not something that I enjoy. So I wanted to do something worthwhile with my life. That was also the year when my first ever mentor, by the way, throughout this video, I'm not going to take any names of any specific individuals. If you're able to understand who that, it is good for you. But I'm personally not going to be taking any names as such, because I will be sharing a lot of my perspectives. And I don't want to really throw any kind of allegations as such. It's just that please note that this is as per my experience, my perspectives, based on what I went through. Okay, so I'm not throwing any mud or anything at all on anyone in this world. It's just I say that with a lot of respect, and the purpose of this video is also to make people more aware, and for me to become more aware, because later at some point of time I might even watch this video for my own learnings and understandings as well. So that year, in the month of May, I had watched, just before my university entrance exams, I spent time, and one of the world's greatest coaches and trainers in this planet, they created this flagship webinar, a 90 minutes to 2 hour webinar where they broke down step by step on how the training and coaching is going to be the next big thing in this world. It was so inspiring to see. It was so crazy to watch that people were making money just by sharing with the world what they know. So it could be things, parenting a teenager, or baking cakes, or a holistic healer with just lifestyle changes for autoimmune diseases like multiple sclerosis, or hidradenitis suppurativa, all these different kinds of things that was going on. And people were making money literally by conducting sessions, workshops, digital workshops, sessions over Zoom, Google Meet, and all. And that mentor had a stack full of probably some 10,000 plus such categories of success stories. And honestly, it was mind-boggling to even just comprehend the idea. With the power of internet, you can literally set things up with a few clicks here and there, and you will have every single thing ready. Now, that was obviously the teaser, because at the end of the webinar they were like, we are going to teach you every single thing that you need in order to create that for yourself as well. Everything, the knowledge, the business, the tools that you need, every single thing will be given to you, taught to you. What is the price? 10,000 US dollars. Obviously I did not have that money, so I chose not to sign up. But then over the next couple of, by the way, how did I even get that information? I was using Facebook and I got a video in my feed itself, which told me about it. I clicked on that link. It was written as click here. When I clicked here, it took me to a very, very flashy page which had all these different things. What will you learn? Your life is going to change in 2 hours. These are the things that you're going to learn. These are your teachers. These are your coaches who will be facilitating you. Here is a bonus gift that you will get. All you have to do is just give your name, email ID, and phone number. And I did. It was not just that. Throughout, now, I did not sign up because obviously I did not have that huge amount of money. I mean, back then the dollar was, I think, around 70-ish, if I'm not wrong. So if I have to pay $9,997 and I multiply it by 75, it's 7.5 lakhs. 7.5 lakhs. That's what, not even the starting package, that yearly package that Indians would get back then had they graduated from college as well. And now these people were not just paying, but not just teaching, but they had sold that program also. And people who were paying their money, swiping their credit card and buying. I said to myself, wow, I want to have that kind of a life at some point of time, whether I bought it or not. Now, I did not buy it. I was obviously occupied with my exams and everything, but then the thought just kept bothering me. Oh my God, this is possible. Someone in this world is doing it. Now, how can I learn it? How can I get access to it? Now, it was not just about that one workshop, but then over the next couple of weeks, while my university exams was going on, I kept seeing more such posts on my Facebook feed. And I started clicking, going to that page again, giving my name, email ID, phone numbers, everything, attending their initial program, workshop, video, whatever it is that they were teaching, of some of the greatest coaches and trainers on the planet. Okay, I'm talking about people from the US. There were moments when I almost purchased, in fact, I purchased as well one of the programs where they were teaching about how can you build a following on Facebook and create Facebook as your income stream and all of those things. I did pay as well, but then I asked for a refund, somehow managed to get it. I finished my graduation. The thing never really stopped. Now, by the way, I'm already a part of the system right now and I'm completely unaware. Now, looking back, let me give you the bird eyes view. Here's what happens. People run ads based on what they have to sell on platforms like Facebook, Google, YouTube, all these social media giants that are there. They pay money to those platforms so that they can show what they have to offer to you. And they set certain forms of targeting, country specific, age specific, so that the information reaches to you. Now, you are probably aware, not aware, I'm not so sure, but you go through the whole ad, what they have to deliver, and you feel that, yeah, this is valuable enough. And there's an exchange, there's a value exchange that happens. The value exchange is, if you want to go through more, if you want to experience what we're going to teach you in that 2 hours, click on this link. You will come to a page which has all those details. That page is called as a landing page. The landing page is where you click an advertisement and you land to that page, which gives you all the information. As you read through the information, you go through what are the deliverables, who is going to train you, what are the doubts and questions, what are the success stories people have had, and that does something inside. And this whole aspect is called as marketing or lead generation. The communication in this aspect is they communicate with you through their posts, their graphic posts, or through a video. In the landing page, they're communicating with you through texts, different forms of texts, and that's again called as copywriting. Now, it's not just that. When you want to do the value exchange and you click on enroll now or sign up now, they will guide you to a pop-up or another page that collects your name, email ID, and phone number. And that's when you become a lead in their system. Now they have a lot of things are not mentioned over there, but they pretty much make you, either they ensure that you've given thumbs up, that you've accepted their terms and conditions, or it is mandatory for you to click on that box so that your name, email ID, and phone number gets submitted. You become a lead in their system. Now they have the permission. You have given them the permission without your awareness or not, that's secondary. You've given them the permission to email you and contact you and even call you. I was not aware, now I am. The worst part is when you're not able to sign up for those programs, it keeps doing something in your head. You feel worthless. You feel pathetic. You start cursing and swearing the kind of life that you have day in and day out. And that's not a good feeling. Now, this was some of the greatest coaches and trainers on the planet. The same thing started after I finished in 2019. Same thing started in India also. Some of the greatest coaches and trainers. Personally, I'll tell you, I do not believe in Indian coaches and trainers that much, because I always used to feel just by attending their webinar itself or their initial offerings, whatever they would give, or looking at their social media or any of those things, that they don't have the quality or the credibility. So what I would do is, if some of these pages, these ads would run either video or a text, I would immediately go to Google and search about them. And if I get their website good, that's the first check. Number two is, do they have an active YouTube channel? Do they have number of people following them? Are they are they giving value consistently over a period of time in social media? If not, then I don't even purchase. I just simply ignore. But towards the end of 2019, I remember getting one. I was just using Google. Now, back then, I didn't know that Google does something really interesting. You use the Google services, whether it's a Google page or a Google website or any of these things, which through Google browser or any of the platforms that you use, Google is the most widely used search engine. We knew it back then, 2019. You go to any page and Google, because Google Analytics are embedded within the page, it gives Google the permission to run ads. And if you see different pages, there are these little bookmarks and all that comes in. If you are using Google Play Store and you download apps, you will see that these different apps that you use will have certain ads. So you click on the ad and it again takes you to a landing page. Now, one such landing page that I reached out to was a public speaking community. Again, I'm not taking any names of the coach or the community name as such. And that community was all about 23 public speaking courses for just 2000 rupees. 23 public speaking courses, end to end about public speaking. The person who was selling that in that landing page said that it's my birthday month and I want to do something special. I'm giving away every single thing that I have learned uh, just for the one time payment, lifetime access. So I signed up and I felt it was worthy, because when you learn 23 public speaking skills and you're going to get a certificate, I feel it's a pretty good enough value for 2000 rupees. 2000 rupees back then, if I have to do the math, it will be around, let's see, again, if I calculate at 75 rupees a dollar, that will be around $26. Okay. So I signed up, started consuming, and that was my first paid purchase of an online product, which I was able to use and learn from. Now, the moment I did that, obviously I started learning and started working on those techniques and methods. But then soon I realized that there were three such subsequent opportunities that came up to me. One was a digital marketing community by one of India's leading digital marketing coaches back then. To this date also, he's still there, but presently he's not so active. He was offering his all access pass to all his courses for somewhere around 25,000 rupees. And I felt 25,000 rupees, he's going to teach me digital marketing and lifetime access or all the future upgrades. Beautiful. It's a steal deal. So I signed up for that. Now, I was still working on public speaking, but I had already signed up for another program. Now I have to manage my time. Mind you, this was also a time, I'm talking about, again, end of 2019. Already we moved into 2020. So while I had signed up and practicing public speaking skills, I've already signed up for digital marketing. There was one more, there was this one more compilation of so many different digital mentors put together. It was called some Millionaire Summit. You can have lifetime access to the content for 10,000 rupees. I signed up for that as well. And over the next couple of months, like from December 2019 to March, April, May 2019. By the way, this is money that either I have saved from the money that my dad was giving me, or through the little bit of an income that I had started getting from the different little public speaking gigs that I was doing back across in Bangalore. Little money I had saved up, and I'm using that money to learn, thinking that, oh, if I this is investing in myself. If I learn these things, I will continue to grow. Now, as this thing continued to happen, suddenly I realized that there was a pattern that had developed. I was not purchasing the international coaches and trainers stuff because it was far too expensive. But Indians, even though I didn't trust them, I started purchasing because it felt value for money. Now, the challenges that came in here was, yes, they had promised a lot, but in terms of the delivery, it was not up to the mark. Let me give you some examples. The digital marketing community that I joined, 2019 were those courses. They never upgraded those courses. 2023 was the last upgrade, or 2022 was the last upgrade. And now, for every upgrade, they're taking too much time to upgrade those courses because the perspective and the maybe the attention has moved to something more. But the initial promise that was made, is it being delivered? I'm not so sure. Although I am a part of their community still, I'm a part of the WhatsApp group and all. They're trying to give value, and they're trying to forcefully tell us that, yeah, I'm still giving you a lot of value. The same thing happened in when I met a couple of friends through those public speaking groups. They were like, Suryadeep, why don't I give you the login credentials of one of India's leading digital coaches who is teaching you how to create a complete digital ecosystem? And I had seen his webinars a lot of times, but I never really felt like signing up because I just did not resonate. I'll tell you, deep within, I always used to listen to my gut. If my gut told me I don't resonate with this person, something feels off, I would not go for it no matter what. My fundamental code of honor is authenticity, transparency, honesty, integrity, congruence. Mandatory for me. Anything and everything that is against that, I do not do it, and I don't even give any explanations. That has put me in a lot of trouble. I've never had proper friends, and I'm okay with that. My parents don't like me, and I'm okay with that. I don't like talking to my relatives. I'm okay with that as well. My school and college life has not been that good, and I'm okay with that as well. At the end of the day, I know that when I go to sleep, I sleep with peace. That is the most important thing for me. I have even left jobs just because of these little things that were not in alignment. So why would I even pay my hard-earned money on in back then it was my dad's hard-earned money towards something that I'm not even able to resonate with. But then again, you get login credentials, you have friends to help you out. So I did. And I joined the community. I went through the teachings, followed all the teachings. But then I realized that these those group of coaches, as in from that person whom I bought, India's leading digital coach, he was teaching you stuff literally just like a guide. These are the steps you need to follow. But in order to follow these steps, you still have to make these much of investments. As in order to build a digital coaching business, you need to have a website. For a website, you need to have a website domain, you need to have a website hosting. Then you have to run ads. You need to have a separate landing page tool, which will have its upsell, downsells, and all. You need to have a payment page that integrates everything. You need to have a learning management system where all your students will come and learn. You need to have camera to record your videos. You need to have mic so that the audio and all is good. You need to edit your videos, get all of those things. And suddenly I paid to receive that information. That's all. But my question right now to you, as well as what I asked myself, is will I really pay to receive information which I can do nothing about? So now you see, before I had FOMO as in fear of missing out, of what will happen if I do not sign up. I'm going to miss out on all the information. Now that I have signed up, I don't have the money to do the work that they're telling me to do, to invest in the tools that they're asking me to do. And the point is, even if I do it, the system is that I need to give a lifetime value product, which means I have to keep hunting for customers month on month so that they can learn or they will be interested in finding me based on ads. The same process that we were guided to right at the beginning, and I was the 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 product at that time. Someone wanted to sell me something, they run an ad, I saw the ad, because I saw the ad, I purchased and I become their student. Now I have to run the ad and this cycle continues. Someone else will see it, they'll sign up, they'll become my student. The cycle goes on. And that's how the money flows. Somewhere I didn't feel good about this, but still I followed. I won quite a lot of awards also within the community. It felt really, really good. Now, by the way, I really have a lot of respect for each of these mentors whose groups I've been a part of. This is me just sharing the challenges that I'm facing. Okay, nothing against the system, nothing against what they're doing. Once we got that initial income, now obviously when you cannot invest in a website and all of those things, what are you going to do? You are going to go about working things out the way you feel is best for you, or the way that your mind or your resources allows you to. So we did get a website, we did get a hosting. I pay around 10,000 rupees a year, which is okay considering that I started earning, but not from the coaching business. I had to take up a job, multiple jobs, in fact. And here is the irony. You look at, when I look at the patterns again, when the kind of ads I started getting across Google and Facebook and all these platforms was more towards, okay, this is how you have to increase your money. This is how you have to invest your money. These are the ways in which you can grow your money. No one talks about how can you earn the basic income. Again, as 2020 moved forward, I got introduced to one more very interesting mentor. He talks about investing, he talks about a career recently, he has launched a couple of books, he's created a beautiful ecosystem. I've had the chance to meet him as well. By the way, all these people, some point of time or the other, I got a chance to meet them in person. I'm talking about the Indian ones, not the US ones yet. Indian ones, US ones very soon, surely. Now, he started creating courses. According to his website, he talks about courses which actually gives you the right knowledge that can help you grow in life. And in each of the courses, he talks about what did he do with respect to all those courses. So let's just say he started teaching about LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, writing, create a courses business, freelancing, public speaking, time management, a lot of these aspects. And I signed up, went through, started getting the results. But then he's simply reminding me the truths which I already know from my parents or through life. In the ads that he talks about, he very, very prominently says that we will be giving you the end-to-end system. And yet, when you get into the program and you start going through the end-to-end system, you begin to realize that there are so many missing pieces. He talks about creating a team. Where is the money that you're going to create a team? He talks about uh, content creation and building a system around it. You're the single person. How is it possible to do it? He talks about using AI to help you out. But AI tools also has its own cost, monthly subscription. Are you able to see what's going on here? Now, I told you about India's leading digital coach. He's like, if you want to really go to the next level, you want to earn this much of revenue, you will have to join the next level of membership. Even those big international coaches also, you signed up, you learned whatever you had to learn. Now, if you want to go to the next level, you have to sign for this membership. And that's the cycle that we keep going about. One membership to the next, one coach to the next, waiting for that solution, but we never really get the solution. Or even if we are given the solution, it's far too difficult to implement. Now, over the last 3 to 4 months, I've been in the cleanup zone. As in unsubscribing to all the emails that doesn't make any sense, unsubscribing to all the YouTube channels and Facebook pages and all these different platforms, which at a gut level I'm not able to resonate with, not even engaging in their content or in their curriculums, no matter what, because I have tried doing it and it's difficult for me to work towards. I'll give you one more example. I received an ad that said, are you feeling stressed out in your relationships? You're not able to have enough money, you're not having good relationship with your parents, and you want to get them fixed once and for all. Come and join my 3-hour webinar where I'll teach you. So I went to the landing page and I saw this particular person talks about different healing methods, which was very intriguing to learn. But then when I started learning, I realized he teaches a lot about meditations. Now, if I sit down and I meditate, let's just say right now, I'm going to sit for I want you to do this with me. Okay. Sit for 5 seconds. How do you feel? Slightly bored? Okay. Now, compare meditation with playing games, cricket, football with a group of people. Which one are you going to enjoy more? I don't know about you. I am going to enjoy playing cricket more. So now, when I tell that to that person, he is telling me that meditation is something that you have to do. It's what the big yogis and sadhus and all those enlightened beings have done. If you don't understand the significance of it, there's nothing that I can do. My point is, if it's not something that I'm enjoying, how can I do it? Even though I know it's important for me, even though I know it's beneficial, how can I do it? Now, that's another paradox. You sign up for something, you're not enjoying it. Just because you've signed up for it, you have to do it. If you don't do it, which means you're not following the system. And even if you raise those points, if you raise those doubts, they think of you as a rotten apple. What's going on here right now? Now, like I mentioned, over the last 3, 4 months, I've been doing a lot of cleanups, unsubscribing to all the emails that do not serve me, unsubscribing and reporting all those emails which doesn't make any sense to me, which is not needed for me, even though I do remember giving my name, email ID, and numbers to a lot of these places, just very consciously unsubscribing everything. Even I also put a question mark to all those platforms like those job portals or even the banks that calls us. How do they even get our numbers? Because we don't really give our numbers to any of the banks. The only people who have our numbers are our banks. Is it possible that our banks are selling our information to other banks? Now, again, I'm just raising questions here. At the same time, are you also able to understand the communication that the external world is giving to us through those ads and marketing materials and videos and whatnot? We are subjected to through social media. What it does deep inside, the internal communication that completely gets disrupted. Now, I am telling you right now, I've been doing this for the last 7 years. I will still not say that I've even scratched the surface in terms of the implementation game. Because when I look at the implementation game over the last 3 to 4 months, I found out some people who don't really do any of these things. They don't run ads. They don't really force their stuff on you. Rather, they do it in a very organic manner through different social media platforms. There's a person who's active on TikTok who just keeps asking people, what's your dream? And he gives an AI bot for free that you can use, a community where you can ask help for free. And he literally breaks down things through his YouTube channel, step by step, what you can follow through. Again, it's not like he guides you through every step in the manner, every step in the way, but he's doing his best to help based on his time and his availability. There's one more person who teaches all of that in YouTube, and yet he teaches you how can you buy back your time in such a manner where If you are able to do it by yourself by going through his videos, good. If not, then you can sign up for his coaching program, which is again on the expensive side, but he guarantees that he will guide you through the steps that you can get the result. Then there's one more person who does the exact same thing exclusively to create your brand and start getting clients in LinkedIn. Another person who talks about creating a content workflow in such a manner where one big piece of content, like how I'm recording right now, a live, can be repurposed into multiple content pieces. All of these things they are teaching. But when they want to teach that to you, they are charging a monthly subscription fee. Even one of the world's leading educational platforms, I'm a member of their platform. They have individual courses related to personal development skills, but when you want to go into and dive deep into their mastery programs, it's $5,000 at this point of time. The last time I checked, a dollar had already hit 93 rupees. So if I just take $5,000 and 93, that's 4.65 lakh Indian rupees, less than, more than the starting package of a fresher when they graduate from school and college and they get the job. Their yearly annual package, this one mastery program is more expensive than that. The question is, why do these paradoxes even exist? Like, I want to learn, I really do, I want to learn. The question is, I don't have the money. So the best way that I could think of is by asking people. Asking people who have invested in those different programs, either through different communities, different social media platforms, asking them like, how, what kind of a life do I have to build? What suggestion would you give me so that I can live a life through which I can afford these courses or learn these skills? And the answer that I get is, you have to work on your mindset. You have to keep hustling. You have to keep going on. There is never any step by step tangible answer or a path or a rule book that we are being communicated to. So now my question that I throw is, where is the fault? The coaches and trainers who are marketing it to us, are they communicating to us with transparency, authenticity, integrity, congruency, and honesty? Or it's our responsibility to find that out. What is going on deep inside? Is it our fault that we don't have the money, the tools, the resources, or we don't have the capability to find that out in a world right now today with AI, where I can, at a single click or a single prompt, I can get every single thing that I need to do? Now, all these things that goes on is happening at the same parallel time. You are subjected to ads on social media you probably don't even know. Landing pages are there and all those things are going on. There's information available. You have to lead your own life. You have to do your own chores. You have to earn your own bread, at least your monthly expenses that it's taken care of. But at this point of time, me making this video, it's been 7 years I've been doing this. Still, I'm not in a position where I can say that it's sustainable. Another very interesting point is, I told you about India's leading digital coach. Or in India, there's a very interesting thing that had spawned out over the last 1.5 years, especially post COVID, is the physical in-person retreats, where a lot of awards are given, a lot of PR activities going on. In fact, I got a lot of calls to pay to receive an award. Okay, the award is based on the amount of money that you've earned in revenue. What is revenue? The people are spending, let's just say, 1,000 rupees per day on a particular social media platform to run an ad, which is probably a video ad or an image ad, so that people like you and I will click, sign in, purchase their product. When we purchase their product, let's just say their product is 5,000 rupees. They paid 1,000 rupees to get maybe 100 people like you and I. And out of the 100 people, 10 people have paid 5,000 rupees to purchase their product. That's 50,000 rupees. They've spent 1,000 rupees and they've got 50,000 rupees in revenue. revenue minus the ad cost, minus the landing page cost, minus the other tools cost, the payment gateway cost, the hiring and the team cost, all of these things, when you cut it all out, what remains is called as a profit margin. And the worst part about the training and coaching field is people always talk about revenue, no one talks about profits. There are only a handful of people in this world who talk about profits. Over the last couple of years, having observed this field, I recall a few training and coaching institutions which have literally transformed and transcended the the whole industry standard to the next level. They have been able to create systems and tools which takes care of everything, and they have majority of the clients. And people like you and I who wants to start out something, it's far too difficult to even break even. What is break even? Doing what you love to such an extent where at least your basic necessities of life, the basic EMIs, the the expenses for the month, the decent house to at least stay in, a decent house, not talking about a very big lavish one, decent house to stay in, and the transportation expenses so that you can travel with your family or whatever it is, just taking care of your family, the basic necessities, just breaking even, that itself is turning out to be so difficult when you look at the majority of people in our age. Now, I didn't even realize that over the last 45 minutes, probably I've just been going on a non-stop rant. Where does this paradox really stop? Now, I will not really say that I've broken the code or I've cracked the code or I've kind of figured out what to do or what not to do, but at least something or the other is good. Something is better than nothing. The first and foremost rule is do not give money to someone who is not going to help you earn the money. Listen to me very carefully. Do not give money to someone who's not going to help you earn money, which means either going to increase your money or give you skills that will directly and indirectly increase your money or help you become better than who you are, help you learn skills that will make you a better version of yourself than who you are. If you're not able to resonate with any of it, do not give money to them no matter what. If you want to give them money, make sure that you saved up enough. And then how do you really continue learning? Now, what I have done is I have completely deleted all forms of social media in my phone. I don't have Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Google. None of the apps are there on my phone. I've deleted them all. And I also use an ad block browser so that whenever I'm opening any page, I'm not forced to go through, because whether we like it or not, it subconsciously impacts us. So I don't want to deliberately open myself into any form of ads that will will nudge me and subconsciously program me. I do not watch any form of sports until unless it's probably a World Cup final or something like that. Because even there also they have ads. In fact, companies are paying millions and millions of dollars to those broadcasters so that they can subconsciously program you for a 5-second ad. Does that make sense? You watched ice cream a couple of times and suddenly the next time you go out, you want to eat ice cream from that brand. It's happened to me so many times. The second solution that I'm bringing in is something that I'm working on myself, is learning every day, implementing every day. So if I am going through certain experiences in my day-to-day life, whether it's my personal life or professional life, I am creating a video about it, sharing my learnings with this hope that couple of years later, whether it's relevant for anyone else or not, it's at least relevant for me. And I'm sure there's going to be 29-year-olds like me who would want to do something with their life, and they would need this video to go through to get that awareness and to know what is it that they can do. The third thing I'm doing is whatever resources that I have, whatever resources, whether it's courses, whether it's books, whether it's trainings, whatever it is that I have, I'm going through it one by one. I'm not signing up for anything new until and unless I'm finishing what's already there with me. Once I've finished it, I've gotten the results, and the best way to get the results is money. Again, your value. If it's a hard skill, I'll talk about communication itself because that's what we teach in the cohort as well. If we teach you communication and communication is helping you earn the next promotion, communication is helping you to unlock an additional stream of income, communication is helping you to start a YouTube channel like this and just share your heart out in a very, very confident manner, that's when you know that you have mastered that skill, and only then you purchase the next big thing. Otherwise, don't, no matter what. Now, there's going to be a lot of pressure that you're being subjected to. I'll tell you, day in and day out, because I'm into sales as well, I understand how sales works. People will first politely tell you to pay, and then they will push you so bad that you will feel bad if you don't pay. Even if you pay, you will get the results good. It's good for them because they have success stories, testimonials, and whatnot. But if you don't get the success, they will make you feel bad about yourself for not following the system. And you're the rotten apple here. It's not the system, it's not their fault. Again, there's nothing wrong in it. It's just the way the system is designed. All the more why I am also being so open and honest. Again, the third thing that I'm doing is whatever it is that I'm learning, I'm literally going through it myself and then I'm sharing my learnings, creating my version of it. It's not copying, pasting exactly thing. No, copy and pasting is I've learned a video, copied that entire script and literally reading out the entire script. No, that's not it. Going through those courses and through that, whatever I have learned, creating my version of it, which is far more simpler, far more effective, far more easy to understand, far more easy to implement. And stacking all of these things up across social media through videos like this, and also in my website, creating workbooks, creating courses, mini courses, micro courses rather, which you can finish in a single sitting. If you go to my Udemy, if you go, like, all the links and all are given below. If you check, I've created quite a few right now, and I'm planning to create very, very consistently over 2026. I want to make that as a habit. Now, if that happens, then I know that I'm able to solve a big, big, big problem and also mend that gap, bridge that gap. Right now, there are two extremes here. If you see, there is the top set of people, and when I say top set of people, it's more like how do I say? From what I observed, okay, there are certain kind of people who have the paying capacity. All the social media ads and all are targeted towards them. They watch the ad, they join the communities, they keep paying for the other memberships, they keep purchasing all the tools. They are the ones who's running all the other companies and all the other coaches and trainers. Now that's a very, very small number. I'm able to say that a very, very small number because this is statistics. Okay. I've been a part of what I think 15, 16 odd communities I'm a part of at this present point of time. And everywhere, the total number of students that they have in the community, okay, only 1% of them. So if there is 30,000 people, 1% of the 3,000 people are active. Active as in they join the community sessions. And out of that, even 10% are actual action takers, 300 are action takers. So that, what does that make the number? That's 0.1%, if I'm not wrong. Again, pardon my actual calculations. But that's the situation in some of the countries, India's leading digital communities. Are you able to understand where how big the gap is? So that's one extreme. The other extreme are the majority. People like you and I who really want to do something huge with their life. But we are being tossed from one program to the next program to the next program to the next program. Intellectually, it feels amazing. I'll tell you, it feels really, really, really amazing. To such an extent where, again, I'll not take any names. Recently, I went and attended a seminar, a 3-day seminar. It was my first seminar in 3 years in person seminar. We moved to a new city altogether to attend the seminar. And during one of the sessions, the person who was conducting the seminar asked people to raise their hands if you have a breakthrough that you want to share. Obviously, the seminar included certain processes, and then I took the mic and I shared. Now, in that sharing, there was a certain one-to-one work that was being done, and I felt the power of that one-to-one work. Only to realize, a couple of months later, the company, even though they had very, very strictly told me that my video, the recording, because everything is recorded over there, is going to remain confidential only with them, they played that recording in a public event. Personal story that I shared with a lot of trust, and I took their permission also. I didn't even know what to do. Now, obviously, they apologized and were like, no, we shouldn't have played it. We only realized, but that was not our intention. They try to validate themselves. And the worst part in the training and coaching, everyone wants to become a coach. So suddenly it's not just about telling me, apologizing. It was also about giving me some additional gyan that, you should start working on this aspect and all, which I probably am. But the point is, I didn't feel very good about it. So that's the other extreme. People with genuine problems with their parents, problems in their income, problems in their relationships, their health, the day-to-day life is messed up, the hamster wheel of 9 to 5, doing the same things over and over again, something that you're not enjoying. What's even worse is if you have a family. Now you don't have anywhere to go. And the system is designed in such a manner where you are literally being forced to follow the hamster wheel so that you keep going in and in and in. It's like a quicksand. It just never stops. Now, I gave the 3 solutions. The first, I am learning and implementing and showing up every day. Number 2, putting all these things down in such a manner where I'm simplifying things firstly for myself, and so that you can go through it absolutely for free. Again, all my Udemy courses, if you check the link, either it's going to be free because every time I launch it, I'll make sure that I launch it completely for free for the first 1,000 students. And then you can obviously, even if you are not one of those lucky 1,000 students, you will be able to purchase that at the cost of less than a pizza. Now, if you've ever eaten a pizza in life, you're not allowed to tell me that you cannot purchase something that's going to transform your life. The third, implementing AI in everything. I'm working on it one step at a time. Number 4, giving my life towards this mission in itself. How can I help people like me? And if the world is not there to help me out, how can I find the right books, the right tools, the right system, the right method? Either find it or create it. But that's how I am planning to solve this paradox. So Yogeshwari told me very, very specifically, and something that I'm planning to implement as well, that I don't want to give you a picture of what it looks like or what are the things that I'm planning to do and all. Rather, I would like to do it and then show it to you, which is more why, even though today I was not able to wake up at early in the morning, last night I didn't sleep for whatever reasons, I'm here and I'm showing up. I'm sharing whatever it is that I've learned so that it might inspire you in some way or the other. Again, if you're able to do something when you have nothing, like there cannot be anything that can go worse than this, right? You are literally starting out at a point of time when you have absolutely nothing, because at some point of time later in the future, I'm reminded of this very interesting video I saw. Mr. Beast, he's probably the world's biggest YouTuber, solo YouTuber. His videos are all what, 100 million, 110 million. Those are usual numbers for him. He had recorded a video in 2015 where he said he recorded for his future version, and he said, please, 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 future me, please make sure that I have 1 million subscribers. I have 1 million subscribers so that I'm earning a lot from YouTube and all those things. He recorded that video. Couple of weeks back, he posted that. It's 2025, and he's literally achieved far more than he could have ever imagined. So when you look at these stories, no, Mr. Beast, J.K. Rowling, Walt Disney, and a lot of these coaches and trainers will give you those stories. Okay, these many people tried this much and then they failed, and these many people, these were the people who got rejected. Thomas Alva Edison tried 9,999 experiments. On his 10,000th experiment, he finally invented the light bulb. All these things will people will tell you. What they will not tell you is what these people go through on a day-to-day basis while they are in that journey of creating a revolution. My purpose of going live every single day is to literally document the whole process, sharing every single thing that I'm going through in a very, very step by step manner. That's why whether it's one person watching the videos, 10 people watching the videos, for me, it's gold. It's gold. Today, if I cannot respect the one or two people who are watching this, the one or two people who are commenting, I will never ever be able to respect the millions who are going to literally look up to me 10 years from now. And I'm pretty sure about it. Over the last 7 years, it has always been about me, me, me. When will I earn money? When will I become famous? When will I become great? When will I have every single thing that I want? But from this moment on, it's more about we. The 24, 25-year-old Suryadeep who started out needed an elder brother to guide him through. An elder brother who's not really achieved everything, but just a couple of steps ahead, but needs that step-by-step guidance, the rule book, the path, the techniques, the methods, all of those things. I want to be that elder brother for my younger self. This digital paradox itself is the single biggest opportunity ever existed in mankind. And it's just going to grow more and more and more and more. Think about it. There are two extremes, right? There's good people and then there are powerful people. Good people with power, they don't do anything about it. Powerful people, they just want more and more and more and more. Again, my perspective. Right, wrong, I don't care. Perspective. What if we are able to do both? What if we are able to stay good? Again, the five things I told you: honesty, authenticity, transparency, congruency, integrity. What if we are able to hold all of it and create that as a revolution, one step at a time? No rush, taking it slow, and then teaching that other end of the spectrum, the majority of it, on how to make that happen. That's what I always wanted growing up as a child, in school or in college. That's what we can build. Will we build it in another couple of weeks or months or years? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. But just that intention in itself is where the actual communication begins. The communication with the self, the communication with the world. And again, if you watched this video up until this point, and there's any way you would like to help, the best thing you can do is hit the follow button, like, share, subscribe, share this with people you know, and also, if possible, sign up, join us in this journey, starting with the cohort. Again, all the other things are available to you for free. Just stay tuned. Newsletter. Newsletter will give you access to all the courses and everything. I haven't yet started writing. I will start writing. Once a lot of the things are going on, I have to sort them out as well, one at a time. But you'll get access to everything. It might sound very, very stupid, but my intention is, even if there are 10 people following me, 100,000, 10,000, a million people following me, I want to know every single one of you in first name basis. You are my family. Doesn't matter whether it's a couple of hundreds, couple of thousands, couple of millions later. And that would be the greatest revolution. If you've been till this far, I can't tell you how much this means to me. This was something that I just wanted to uh, pour out for a long, long, long period of time. I'm glad I did. And of course, today, after this video, is when I'll be sitting with Yogeshwari and creating uh, the game plan of what's the remainder of 2025 and the 2026 is going to unfold. So the learning is going to begin full-fledged. Health-wise, I'm feeling slowly better compared to a couple of days back. Recovery is on, and you will start getting so much more value in the upcoming set of days itself. With that, this is Dr. Srideep. I want you to know that I love you so